All right. I told you I'll be back at 10. I'm back. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back. All right. Let y'all check in. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me. All right. I told y'all I'll be back at 10. I'm back. We finna get ready to get in office to some tough, tough talk. Tough talk. Tough talk. Yeah. All right. I see y'all coming in left and right. Give it a few more minutes and let the rest catch up, and then I'm gonna go to walking. Y'all know me, I don't wait too long. Cause I know how this media stuff works. All right. Let me fade the blind. All right. I'm happy to be on here. I'm glad to be on here. Glad to be around here. Pastor Willie Ziegler, how you be tonight? I watch you early online. You there every day at the lunch hour, taking care of the business of God. Good to see you on here. Yeah, I got my earpiece in now. I can hear and see. Good to see y'all. Anyway, I wanted to touch bases with you. My platform is changing. Uh, they got the different platforms where I will be scheduled to come on live Sunday mornings, Sunday nights, and Wednesday night for church purpose. Uh, I'm coming on because my members is asking me to come on. Our churches are still closed. We are not having service in the building right now. I hear God. I don't go against what another man do for his house. I don't go for what another man does in his house. He does what God tell him to do. God told me to keep my doors closed. The doors closed. Asked to put the blood on the doorpost on the house because there is problem coming. I warned y'all that the second wave was coming, and it's going to. Hey daughter, how you doing? Latrice. I warned y'all that the second wave was coming. I just warned you again on the other day. Uh, Parents, grab a hold to your first-born sons and daughters. That's a sweeping that's getting ready to come into the land. If you're not spiritual, you won't see this coming. You will not see this coming. But there is trouble coming upon this land like nothing before. The water is melted down in the up above in the county and the Australia area, which is releasing diseases on a mass level. Believe me, you ain't seen trouble yet. That's good. She said, I'm just getting out work. You be careful. You be careful if you drive and you come on back and visit it. I don't want you to get in no trouble driving. My daughter Latrice here. Uh, we were in some real serious time. We were in about the COVID-19 and the coronavirus. Some of y'all don't even understand the coronavirus. It was like the pneumonia, but the COVID-19 is a bacteria that you can breathe it, you can touch it and scratch your eyes, and it gets in your system, and it messes up your lungs and your chest. It just tears your immune system down until your organs stop working. So as long as you washing your hands and don't touch everything, and I remember telling y'all some time ago, be careful what you touch, because some of this stuff gonna start coming alive on you. And what we have now is touching. We're touching things, and now look what's happening. You're getting sick. We're getting messed up. We've been messed up. Oh my God, it's horrible, and I hate to see it, but if you can't see that this is part of God's work, I feel sorry for you. I really do. This is the handwork of God. Man meant it for evil, but God is controlling it for his purpose and his doing. I want to quickly move into what I need to talk about, but I want to tell you my platform. Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, I'll be on live. You will have to go to my other page. Same name, just to my other page. It will have Apostle Lamarck Thomas on it. You may want to go to that page if you want to hear the Bible challenge on Wednesday night, Sunday morning service, and Sunday night. I invite you to come out and come out on this page and visit me on the page if you can, and hear what God has put in my heart to give to the people for such a time as this. So I want to encourage you. And then this page will be more of my political page, where I want to deal with some issues. And I really want to let the pastors know the pulpit is not used for a battling ground when it comes to the church. It's not used for a battle. The pulpit is meant for the gospel. I see a lot of preachers, yes sir, Mr. Lynn Carter Jr., yes sir, the preacher machine. We're using the pulpit for a battling ground to get the people. We're telling the church what to do in a natural world, and from the pulpit where we ought to be preaching that we're in the church and we're in the world and we're not of the world. I want to encourage these pastors to stay preaching the gospel. Don't deteriorate from preaching the gospel. Don't deter. Don't get off of that. Keep preaching Jesus, because Jesus is already at work. Keep preaching it. I know what we see in the world is happening, but the Bible warned us. The book of Jude warned us. The book of Revelation told us that these signs and times was coming. So I want to use this page for my political platform and some movement that we're getting ready to go into it. And trust me, in a few minutes, we are getting ready to get off into that real heavy, so you can understand what's going on in the streets and basically how to handle it. But and then every day there will be a word that I will go up, post a video of. I don't think I'll be live, but in case I am, excuse me for belching a moment ago. It's an encouragement word, and it's called From the Table. So I used to do it a lot every day, and a lot of people used to ask me to keep going with it, and then I just stopped because I got a hold to other things, and my assignment, my work is ever before me, and certainly I indeed want to accommodate everyone when it comes to the gospel. So I'm back on it. We're going to work this platform in 3 different ways, but as of tonight, let's just get down to what I'm on here for. I want to talk to you tonight about the police department and why they need to be shut down. I was challenged by several people why they shouldn't be shut down. And I'll tell you why tonight, why they should be, and why I made that comment. The reason why I made the comment that the police department needs to be shut down is because it has become a breathing ground for Klansmen. Go back and look into your history. They was used to keep the Negroes in slavery and bound, to beat them, to bring discipline to them, to control them, to snatch down their belief. They was always belittled as boy and girl, and had to report everything they do and report where they were going, and they had to report everything that they had to do when it came to. They couldn't be too far gone from, if you will, allow me to say, from back then, the master. The master. That was a hard way for me to really get that out, because I tell you, I've changed a lot from the way I used to be, and the police was always used to destroy the Negro community from one point to another. This is the truth from 1940s. The police department is used to killing our community. They're used to killing our people. They're used to it. And it's a breathing ground for the Klansmen. Klansmen have always hid behind the police department. They have always used the police department to do their dirty deeds and get away with it. The police department have always done this. This is nothing new. The same dogs that they used back then on Dr. Martin Luther King and different other movements and other areas to attack the human beings, the Negro community. They use those same dogs that they are using today to attack us. It's right before our eyes. It never changed. It just came with restrictions. Okay, movement came, another bill was signed, a civil rights bill was signed, and it said that you cannot do this, you can no longer do this, you can no longer do this, no longer do that, no longer do this, and no longer do that. It's time. I say, and this is me, I don't speak for everyone. Yes, sir, Mr. Williams. They are on the police department. It is a breathing ground for them. Their sons can read and write. And not only is it in the police department, it's in the prison system. The prison system is where they get the people, the young people in jail, Negro men, and work them for 15 cents, sometime a dime, sometime $1.05 a day. They put them literally in prison to control and beat them. This is why they always want you as a Negro man to go to prison. Because it's a money thing, it's a racketeering thing, and they can beat your sons and your daughters, and they can do all kind of things to them in the jail system, because that's where they was raised and breed to do. You got kin folks in jail, you got kin folks in jail, you need to call and see about your people and try to get them out of the hands of the jail due to the fact of what's happening on the street. If you see what's happening on the streets and they are killing the young Negro men and women on the street, can you imagine what they're doing in the jail? I have a personal testimony, a personal thing that even I have attorneys, even I have lawyers working on it right now that happened to me right there in South Carolina. Right here in South Carolina. Right here. And it's so terrible. It's so terrible that women would lie on the man or the man would lie on the woman and get them locked up and put in jail because they want to do certain things and have their way. Liars and manipulate. And trust me, this is coming back up. I'm going to bring this topic back to the table no later than Saturday night. I'm going to bring this topic because I want to share with you guys what happened to me down there in South Carolina. How did it happen? Who did what? How it came about play and how it happened. Verbatim. And y'all know me, I don't do anything without paperwork. I don't do anything without proof. I'm going to bring you the proof of what they did. Yeah, I have a lawsuit against the state of South Carolina and the city of Charleston. I have a huge lawsuit against them, and it's being addressed as we speak. But if you got families in them jailhouse, listen to me real good. You need to learn to forgive one another and stop assuming that your family member is wrong in what they do. Stop telling your family member, oh yeah, you did it. Yeah, you did. You don't know what transpired, and now you done left your family member in the hands of a Klansman that's going to beat them, kill them, destroy them, humiliate them, make other men have sex with them, the whole 9 yards. You don't have a clue. You don't have a clue, especially you Negro women who love to send a man to jail. Especially you. You are worse than the woman who have set up slavery, the Negro woman. And I can't call her name right now because I don't have my paperwork in front of me somehow. I must have left it in in another location, but it took another woman to get the Harriet Tubman to get the men and women out of slavery. It was a Negro woman who helped enslave the Negro family. It's awful. It's so awful. And then you'll pick the police phone up and call 911 and call them. And then when they come there, a man either killed or he going to jail. Now you done took him to jail. Food ain't on the table. You in there trying to be a man and a woman, her mafia dyke that is. And it's troubling. The Negro community, okay, they break up, y'all have a problem. Put him on child support. They put him on child support. He can't pay the child support because he don't have a job. He gets his driving license taken from him. How in the world can he pay child support when he can't even get to work because he need a vehicle to get to the job, and now they take the driving license away from him? Mr. Williams, you're absolutely correct. The jail is a modern-day plantation. They got field masters out there. He's absolutely correct. The Negro family goes to court and then put him on child support. Then you put him on child support. The child goes without a father. After going without a father, you run around and running up and down the road, killing one another, acting fools, and selling drugs. Because you want child support and won't accept what he can do. You want him to do what you want him to do and control him. You are a Jezebel and you have a spirit of witchcraft on you. And if I was that man, I'll run for my life. And y'all be careful who y'all give y'all seeds to, man. Don't give your seeds to any kind of woman, any kind of girl. Pay attention to the mother. If the mother didn't flourish, she's not going to flourish. And now you got the wedges in the house, and they put him on child support. You pay, put you on child support for $350. The courts get $225, and only $125 come into the house for the child support. But yet it's bringing a division between the child and the father, a wedge between the mother and the father. Now the household is torn up. It's torn up. Child support is put on more Negroes than I've ever seen. You don't see Caucasian men on child support. You don't see Chinese men on child support. It ain't that because they're not taking care of their children. It's because the women have understood, I want little Johnny and I want Chung Chang to have a relationship with their father. Not in jail. Because when they're in jail, they cannot help raise the child, and the child now goes to school without a parent, raising without a parent, and then you say you the mother and the father. How can you be both? How can you be both? You can't. You are in a mafia. That's illegal. You either a woman or you a man. No wonder we got so many bull daggers around here. Because you want to be the man and the woman. You want to control. You want to use the men for a paycheck. And you're absolutely wrong. I'm not afraid to tell you. If it means your friendship, bye. I don't care. Goodbye. We ain't got to be friends. You don't have to be friends with me because half of you don't say too much to me on here anyway. You just knows it. You just want to hear. You want to see what I'm going to say because you know somehow I'm going to tell you the truth and you love truth, but yet you like to hide behind the lies and the reality that you live in. Well, facts is here. Facts is on the table. Facts is real. This is reality. The Negro community is destroyed by our own because of what we allow in our community. We allow these Klansmen to come and patrol our community. Listen, let's take a perspective walk. Every young male that you've seen get killed in the last 7.5 years, they always got killed in front of a corner store. Them somebody we done let into our community. Iranian, Indian, Chinese, Caucasian. They're selling liquor in that store on that corner, gas station. They're selling all kind of cigars so you can unwrap and take it out and fill it with the weed. On the corner. It's always in our community where it's happening at. We don't control our community. And somebody said to me, why should we shut the people? We need law and service. When we learn how to start policing our own community, we won't need no polices on the outside to run it. I see it. To a state representative, bring the state troopers. We need to shut down the police department and the sheriff department. Bring the state troopers into the inner cities. Bring the U.S. Marshals into the outer skirts of the cities and let the feds do what they've been doing, running their entire arena. That's what we need to. That's what's wrong. This is how we control our own community. And when you live in the community, it is your money. This is your money that you're investing in your community. So you have a right to stand up and say, no, I'm not going to let your son or your daughter run down the street in here, drag racing and smoking dope. And what I can't understand, how you gang banging on the street that you don't even own, talking about this is the CO, the Crip, throwing your hands up with all these funny sign language with your hands, talking about you a Crip in the blood, and you got a bandana on, and you walking down the street in your community with a gun and all that, fighting over territory that you ain't even paid one dime out of your pocket to own. Your mother and father don't even own. They're renting. But this your territory. You're a gangbanger. We can shut him down in our community because we deal with him and we deal with their parents. And let them know, my child not going to do it, your child not going to do it. And when we get to that point in our community, we won't need the police running around here. Stop being so scared and stand up in your community. I was watching a video the other day where they was giving a parade with a bunch of monster cars coming down, and it was in the Caucasian community. And that one woman got out there in the middle of the street and stopped. I mean, looked like it had to be about 90 to 100 monster cars coming through there to a birthday bash, just for a drive-through for the birthday bash, and she stopped that whole thing, and then the other ones come out, they were trying to tell her, no, it's okay, let them do this, just let them ride on through. She was like, nope, they're going to get out of our community because we don't have. One person stood up And the other people didn't agree, but they still stood behind. I'm saying if we do this in our communities as Negroes, and somebody say, why do you keep calling Negro? Because we done went from black, from Negro, from black, from Negro, from nigger to Negro to black to now color to African American, all of this, but I ain't never seen the white people change it from white yet. But you want to argue about black and Negroes and that you still stuck on Negro. That's what you are. You are a descendant from Africa, but you are a Negro. And every time, and I want to make this painfully clear to you, every time you call them white, they love it because you are telling them that they are superior over you, they are royalty, they are better than you. You are telling them that they are this as far as greater than you. And when you call yourself black, you're telling them you are the terriblest darkness and the wickedness of the earth. You are no good. Black stand for wickedness in the Bible, darkness, and terrible. They taught this in slavery, that black and white. In other words, this water fountain is for white folk because it's better for them. It's clean water. And this water is for the black folk, for the niggas, which ain't got nothing but trash in it. Stop calling them white. They are not white. They are Caucasian. The word white means supremacy. Every time you're telling them they are white, you're calling them supremacy. You're telling them they are better than you. That's why they look at you and you say, well, what's the person? Was it? Was it white or was it black? Oh, he was white. They don't look for him. But you better not tell me wicked. Oh, he was black. He was black. Oh my God, we got to kill him. He the terrible and he wicked. He terrible. Oh, she terrible. Let's kill him. They ain't nothing but that's why when they pull up on you and you're black, the first thing they look at you is as you is black. Now we gotta go with our gun because you're dangerous. You're wicked. You're terrible. Ain't no trust for you. Ain't no hope for you. Ain't nothing for you. I might as well kill you. That's what you worthy of, death. I don't have a problem with Black Lives Matter. I have a problem with the word black. There was power and life in the tongue. When you call yourself black, you call yourself wicked, terrible. I am not a black man. I wasn't made from God with a color. So how did you get from God with a color? Black. What is this? Black Lives Matter. Of course I love it. Try to change it to a Negro. I mean, if you want to go African American, I mean, that is fine. Until we learn that what we are using as far as white and black, you might as well forget about racism going away. It's not going to go away. On the application, they want to know if you're white, black, Asian, Latino. You know why they want to know that? Because they want to know which place can they say, do I have enough tokens on my job? They're not looking at can you do the job, but now they're looking to say, is this person white or black or Latino or Asian? They want to know that because they are obligated by law to have so many tokens on their job. They want to know it. When we destroy the word white and black, I believe racism will go away. Segregation will stop. Why you want to know what my skin tone look like? Why are you profiling me? Because of my skin tone. The word black. I just don't agree with it. I don't go for it. I don't stand for it. There's a movement that we're working on now is to tear down the word white and black. We're looking to destroy the word white and black. We're not supposed to be living by white and black. We're not supposed to. Now we go to courts, man, do something because we don't even register as jury voters. We got all these Caucasians sitting on the jury board. They're going to hang your son and your daughter every time. That's number one. And number two, we need to get rid of this grand jury. Don't nobody know who this grand jury is that works so deeply for the police department. It ain't nothing but Klansmen that sit and waiting on your child, your father, your mother, your uncles, your auntie, your friends to come through the court in order to do a modern day lynching to them. Lord, what we gonna do here? What we gonna do here? All the judges from the counties, from the city, and from the state need to come under federal review. Every grand jury need to come up under federal review before they make a decision on anything. We need to find out who these people are. They called us for jury duty. Oh, I can't go. I got to work. And one day, it's going to be your child sitting there waiting on the jury. It's going to be your child. It's going to be your child. We need to get up off of our own do-nothings and do something. Stop looking for somebody else to hand you a handout and help you. Help yourself. I believe that. So yes, I believe the police department need to be shut down. Their dogs need to be put down, and I believe all of the county judges need to be reevaluated and looked at. The grand jury need to be shut down. I believe in all of that. I believe that it need to be shut down. The police department all around. And if you that afraid because the police department is shut down, then you need to stand up in your own community. My granddad used to say, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. And look like we all done fell for anything around here. Never have I seen our community in such disrupt. I remember when I was going to school, we did something wrong. You got a whooping at school by the teacher. You went to the principal. You got a beat. When you left the principal on the way home down the street, Miss Carter and different one will hear about you cutting up, excuse me for that, and they will beat you, and by the time you got home, you got another beating by your mom. And if your mom didn't get you good enough, when your dad walked in the door, he iced you over. That's what I grew up on. And our community wasn't running around here with folks with their pants is hanging out their behinds and mustard shirt on and walking around with guns on their side and I mean just doing the most. They never did it. They never did it. They never did it. They never did it. Because they knew they were going to get a beating one way or the other. They knew they was going to get a beating. Bottom line. They knew they was going to get a beating. They know that they was going to get a beating no matter what. Some of y'all don't hear know what I'm talking about. It should have been shut down. It's racial behavior. It's not justice. And we always want to talk about the Caucasian people. Well, let me take that out of it. Take that back. We always want to talk about the Klansmen. We want to talk about the Klansmen did this and they're doing this, and the Klansmen is doing this and the Klansmen doing this. But it's bad when the church in your own community doing you worse than the Klansmen. At least the Klansmen come out and let you know straight up how they feel. The people in the church don't tell you how they feel. They sit around and gossip and talk about you. Lie on you. deceive you, bring $100, jump up, turn around 10 times, you're going to be healed, just to go back to the doctor the next day for them to tell you, oh, ain't nothing changed, keep on swallowing them pills. I better leave that alone. I'm going to move on because I'm sure coming back on Saturday night, I want to talk about the secrets in the church. The secrets, what's going on in church, how these pastors make their son the pastor of the church when they die, and the children collect everything, and the people who sit around in the church don't have a chance at nothing because their children get everything. Is this the Lord's house or is this the church house that belongs to the man? Which one is it? Well, I can tell you now, he cleaning his house out right now. Look at us. Most of us having church outside in the parking lot. He done kick you out the house. Soon he gonna kick you out of his parking lot. Just keep waiting. It's coming. The word white and black is a strong separation word. It's been separating us for years and years and years. And it's still separating us. It's time for the change. It's time for the change. Now, because I said something about Trump on some couple people pages, and I told them I was coming on live when they least expected, so I'm here. Let me tell y'all worrying about the wrong thing when it comes to Donald Trump. y'all wasting y'all time. First of all, this thing is about the Illuminati. The Illuminati is in full control of the White House. Always have been. Most presidents that sit in there is already controlled by the Illuminati to do certain things. I was very upset with President Barack Obama as he made the LGBT community to become in full effect. But the Illuminati had already set for this hour and day for it to happen. And he just was in the chair when it was time for him to use this thing right here to sign into an executive order. Let me explain something to you about Trump. Trump have displayed a lot. 1 minute he's showing that he's caring for the Negro community. The next minute he's showing that he's for the Klansmen. The next minute he's trying to show you he's president for everybody. He all torn into pieces. I'm not making no excuses for him, but I'm telling you, he is Pharaoh in this very hour. He is Ramsey. He is Ramsey. He's trying to free the Negro community, but at the same time, he's coming back and trying to keep them in a certain bondage. God is dealing with him. God is literally making Trump hardened. He is. You go back and read the Bible, right before a great move and God set his people free, watch how Pharaoh and his army became more aggressive. Remember, they started killing the Negro. Where is Moses? Where is this? Where is this? They're killing us Negro means for a reason. They're looking for something, and they're hoping that they find the right one. They trying to put fear into your heart, into your mind, body, and soul, that you will back up and not stick together. What I saw in Chicago on this weekend was a disgrace. What I saw in North Carolina was pitiful and sad. You're marching, say, Black Lives Matter, but you're drawing your guns down on the same black lives and killing them. Don't you know you're being used by the government to bring segregation against your own self? Young people, you need to listen. I don't care how mad you get and upset you get. You ought not never kill a man that look like you. I'm not telling you to go kill any man, but you ought not never kill a man that look like you. You go put these up and you fight about it, and when you get through, you go home and you get to live, and he get to live still another day. And if you fight again, so what? You fight. But you don't kill a man. Punks kill a man. Cowards kill a man. Weaklings kill a man. You're not bad. You are a weak chump. You weak. You weak because you pick up a gun and you pull the trigger. Anybody can pull the trigger. Let's see you go hand to hand, toe to toe, and if the best man wins, shake hands and walk away. I did it. We had to fight him many days. Growing up on the Cooper Road was not easy. It was not easy. We had to fight day and night. But we still live to see another day. Shame. 20 years old, 25 years old, 32 years old, killing one another, not even giving a chance at life. That child could have been somebody great. But you stopped him. You're letting the enemy use you. So how you going to talk about the Klansmen killing us when you sitting up killing for the Klansmen? Oh, I ain't scared to talk to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I hope each one of you take this, share it, and tag your friends in, and tag these young folks in, because they need to hear this. But if the church, I hear a scripture say, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways. And that's the problem. We jump and shout at the church, we dance, we run, we holler. Some of y'all so itching to get back in the church, to jump and dance and holler, to do all this, and you still in poverty. Still in poverty, jumping and shouting and dancing and still in poverty. And now I ain't never seen so many criminals and crooks online. What they're doing now, they got it set up now with PayPal, Cash App, and all this online. The book of Malachi said, bring it. How y'all get the word B-R-I-N-G mixed up with S-E-N-T? God said, bring ye all the tithes in the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. Not in the pastor's house, not in the bishop's house, not in the apostle's house, not in the 4-5 ministry house, but his house. So we sitting at home now, sending money through a Cash App. You cursing yourself right there. It said, bring it. Now, if you're going to bless your pastor and you want to give your offering to your pastor, there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm just giving an offering to my pastor because I love my pastor. My pastor's been good to me. My pastor's been faithful to me. He's been doing what the will of God say for me to do. And certainly I'm going to honor him because there's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to God's house, he said, bring your tithe, 10%. Give it to the house, not to your pastor, but to the house. And it says, give an offering of your charge. Now, I'm still trying to figure out how y'all go and get auctioned off in the church. Anybody who in the $100 line? I need 10 people in the $100 line. Will you stand? 10 people for the $100. Who gonna get that $100? Come on, $100. You've been auctioned off. Then when you can't get there, they auction you on down to $50. And if you ain't got the $100, they give me $99.99, and I'll give you the penny. You've been auctioned off. You don't even know you've been auctioned off. And the Bible say, do not cast your pearls before the swine. There's a reason for that. You ain't got no business Cash App in your tithes and offering in no church. Not even when you sit in there. It said, bring it. Go and get cash and bring it to the church and lay it at the altar. Bring it. Some of us, well, you in that old stage. You in that old stage. Well, bring your credit card and come and slide your credit card at the altar in the church or in the foyer in the church where it's at, and put the receipt in the envelope and bring it on in there. You still got to bring it. I don't care how you put it. You got to bring it. Bring the receipt signed saying, listen, this is me paying it and my card, and here it is. I got my tithes and offering. They never told you to auction out. No, God never told you told us leaders to auction off the offering. We need $100 here. We need $100 there. The book says he'll press down, shaking together. Shall I give unto you running over? He never told you to give extra offerings. Where y'all get all this money raising in the church from? My church that I pastor, that God is over, I've been pastoring these churches for years, and none of the churches in the Eagle Eye Fellowship are open. And I'm not having nobody sitting no tithes and no offer do no cash out because I work. I make my own money. When God said in the book of Genesis, every man shall work by the sweat of his brow to take care of his own family, that's exactly what it means. It didn't say sit up in your pulpit and wear alligator shoes and all of that, that you take care of your family because you're preaching the gospel. He chose you to preach the gospel, and he's going to take care of you for doing that. Now, if you want your anniversary, I ain't seen that in the Bible. Oh my God. All these pastoral anniversaries I see going on. I never saw it. I have never had one and will not have one. God did not ordain that. It's only one person in that church to be worshiped, and that is God. When we start making ourselves pastors as people for the people to come in and show appreciation to us, we're showing them and teaching them to worship us instead of God. Because anniversary come, they stressed out, oh, I don't want to be not the one to give to the pastor and all that there. No. You are taking the eyes off of God and placing them on you. What blood did you and I share for the church? I'm interested in finding that out because the last time I checked, I know I ain't shed no blood for the church, and I'm going to be honest with you, I ain't going to. You got preachers can't even take care of their homes and take their wives on vacation. Can't go here, can't go there because they got to be at church on Sunday morning because of this offering. It's a sad day. It's a sad day. It's a sad day. And some of us as preachers, we're married to the wrong woman and the wrong man. And I do want to touch some things about these bishops and apostles here because I'm having a hard time. But I tell you what, Saturday night going to be a night that none of us going to forget. Saturday night, I'm going to get off into the secrets of the church and the things of the church and what should not be in the church and what's going on in the church now that has God never ordained. We done got rid of everything in the church. The choir stand gone. We got the chairs for the pastor, the apostle sit up in, the bishop, hot chairs in the music department. We got dim lights. We got chandelier lights playing music and dancing. We got disco in the church now. Oh my God. The baptism pool has been removed, closed up because we want a backdrop down. We all want to be on TV. Everybody wants to be a chief and there is no Indians. We got a problem. And then we're wondering why our community is raggedy. They're fighting and killing one another. Our children is looking to other gods and other things. And meanwhile, while they're going crazy, our police department and sheriff department is killing them like crazy. We listened to an atheist and took prayer out of school. Now the kids are shooting and killing each other in the schoolhouse. We done messed up bad, people. We done messed up real bad. And still, the church is still asleep. Oh, I can't wait to deal with the secret things of the church. Come here Saturday, 7:30 p.m. I'm going to be online and I'm going to let my hair out. I'm going to have different people, pastors coming on, giving their previews and giving their interviews about certain things. Or we're going to get down to the smoke of the wagon about church and why church is so messed up now. Only thing they know how to do is hey, and that's all we know how to do in the music. And let's go to shouting and dancing. Let's jump up and down. Let's jump up and this and that. And then we're building cathedrals and they're still empty. When was the last time you had a healing in your church? Deliverance in your church. And you got these no good backdoor pastors. They ain't no good. They'll lie to you. Proclaim they with you, lie to you back and forward. They ain't in it for that. They in it for money. This a racketeering for them. But we want to talk about the Klansmen now. We want to talk about the Klansmen. First thing first, let's get the Klansmen out of the pulpit. Let's get the Klansmen out of our home. Let's get the Klansmen out of our life. And there was so many people. And let me say this, because I do want to address this to some people that I know you here online, you're watching, and you can't understand why people do you bad, why people do you wrong, why people doing it. I tell you why tonight. It's because you are their secret. They've lied, they've put you down, they've told lies on you, they've done everything they can do to try to destroy you, and so you are their secret. So every chance they get, they keep doing the things they can do to you to keep your head hung down low, because they know if you ever open your mouth, the real truth gonna come out about who they are. You are their secret. And so this is why they keep doing it. You got a mother and a father that do you wrong, and you got sisters and brothers who do you wrong, and family that do you wrong, and you don't know why they doing you wrong. You don't know why? I tell you why. You are a secret to them. You are a secret that they have done all kind of stuff to you that they weren't supposed to do. So they're going to keep doing it and try to keep your head hung down. But you ought to just come on out and just get it over with. Bring it to the front line. Tell the truth about everything. Stop letting them lying doorman in your life play the game. And I promise you, Saturday night, I'm going to tell y'all something going to blow y'all mind about something that happened. A no good person that did it. And sometimes you could be sleeping with your enemy and you don't even know it. They got one motive. You come for one motive, but they got another motive for you. They sit and plot and plot and plank and plank and plot. And at the end, the truth comes out, reveals everything to you. I'm going to tell you something about somebody right there in South Carolina. I'm going to tell you about this person that runs the church, play like they holy, then thou, son in jail, done some things that she ain't had no business done. Now her son suffering in jail, grandchild suffering in jail right now. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to call the names out. First thing, Saturday night. You meant it for evil for me, but God meant it for good. And now look at your family. Look at them. And look at yourself. I'm going to bring it to the front line. And I hope she watching, because I'm going to produce paperwork and pictures. I'm going to produce it. And then I'm going to call some of the leaders' names down here in this area about they no good self and what they done done. I'm going to call some names because I ain't never scared. Money laundry. That's all they are down there. Money laundry down there. That's all they are. That's all they are. Be back in the city next week. And I'm going to do a live video right here. And I'm going to be back in the city next week. Watch me. Be right there. And I ain't never scared. And y'all know Thomas ain't scared of nothing and nobody. I ain't never scared. So, we we get rid of the word white and black, because as long as we got that, we'll never be able to change life. So I'm getting ready to get off here in a minute. My time, I just really want to touch that, and I want to touch this here too tonight about gay people. Every time I talk about gay people on my timeline, it ain't the gay people that come out and say something. It's the people that say they ain't gay, but upholding their child and their children and their gay mess. The book says, and we're going to bring it to the front line, any that practice such as gay, man with man and woman is woman, is worthy of death. That's what the Bible said. So you want to fight something, go fight the Bible. You preachers that's upholding homosexuality, well, we got to figure out a better way to reach them. We got to figure out, the Bible didn't tell you to figure out a better way. It said preach the gospel in season, out of season, when they want to hear it and when they don't want to hear it. Preach it when they want to have itching ears. Preach it and don't be afraid of their faces when you preach this gospel. I'm not afraid of you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the facts of life. Ain't no man got no business laying in the bed with another man. Ain't no woman got no business in the bed with another woman. And I've been trying to figure out how some of y'all get these titles y'all got and they ain't got no husband. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Saturday night. We going deep with this. I really got a problem with it. And I'm going to lose a lot of people, a lot of females probably after Saturday night. But I'm going to have to tell you the truth. You don't like it, goodbye. Go on somewhere else, get lies and live with your lies and be happy with your lies. Go on that way with that. But it's time for exposure. It's time for truth. Sitting in these churches, hiding behind these pulpits, wearing certain things and doing certain things. You ain't got no head. I'm sorry, lady. I'm sorry to tell you the truth. God ain't your husband. Because if he was your husband, he'd be the biggest bigamist in this world. Let every man have his, and let every woman have her own. You can't be married to God. And how you going to walk up right before God and can't obey the man that is the head of your household? Oh, I'm sorry, you ain't even got one, because you the head. Don't want to listen, don't want to obey. Didn't have the nerve enough to put on there, we need to get a woman and be the vice president, Joe Biden. Man, these women can't even take care of their own home. Want to pray and holler Jesus up and down the road, and the husband ain't even got dinner cooked. How you going to be speaking in tongues and all this, and you ain't even took care of your husband, your responsibility? God ain't hearing you. I'm finna blast you just for 5 minutes. Saturday night gonna be a monster. How you hear from God so much, but you can't even hear from your own husband? How you hear from God about everything, but God always come to when he came to the garden, he say, Adam, where art thou? He didn't say Adam and Eve, where art thou? He didn't say Eve, where art thou? He said, Adam, where are you? In other words, I want to talk to your head because I placed a head above you. I want to know, where is your head, woman? He didn't, in the garden, he didn't ask for Eve. He said, I want where Adam. Where is Adam? And somehow I believe we got this thing messed up, that I'm going to pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy, and the old man shall dream, young man shall see vision. We got this thing messed up that we could just walk out of the context and the structure and the infrastructure of God. This mess we got going on in the church now is not the instruction and the instruction of God. I'm trying to figure out, how does the body stand on top of the head and do what it does without the approval of the head. I'm trying to get this thing together here because it ain't making no sense. If it don't make no sense, it ain't of God. The Bible is so clear that even the baby can understand it. And we should be preaching the gospel as such. But yet, Lord Jesus, and I love to hear some of these preachers, and don't y'all women get mad with me because I'm telling it like it is. I'm telling facts. But let me be honest with you. Some of these women can out-preach some of you men. I tell you, I grew up in the church where women is pastors and all, they can out-preach you men, but it don't make it right. Stay in your lane. If your husband is an apostle, yes, you are an apostle. If your your husband is a bishop, yes, you are a bishop too. You're no longer twain, you one. There's no segregations in ministry and gospel. But I do have a problem with you telling me you this and you don't have a husband. Where is your head? God don't even talk to you like that. He talks to the head. He'll visit her, but he won't walk and talk and stay with her because she has a head that's supposed to protect her. Where is the man? We done run the poor man out the church. Now the man gone. We done got the women in there pimping them now. Come on, you get the church going. Raise the offering now. I need you. You want these bishop license? You want these apostle license, the prophet license? Look at that, gonna be $1,500 now on every year just for your license. Now you're gonna need to do your convocation and raise your offering, and then I'm gonna come down and you need to have me a special offering. You know that gonna be $7,500 to $10,000 just for me to come on down now. Lord. Look what the church done come to. Hey, I'll tell you what's in the church. Bastards. That's what they are. Bastards in the church now. Bastards in the pulpit. And the worst part about it is they're atheists. They don't even believe in Jesus. They're selling you something they don't even believe. And you're buying Jesus. You give me $100. You give me $100. The Lord gonna heal you tonight. They selling you Jesus. They don't believe Jesus. That's why the Bible said they shall cast out devils in my name. They shall heal people in my name. But when they get, they're going to say, depart from me. I know you not. You work of iniquity. I don't know you. Depart from me. Because they're going to be there to do that. They're going to be all out of order. What does it profit you to work for God and then turn and lose your own soul? Why stand in the church and do that? Why? Why stand in the church and do it? You should find something else to do. Go about your way and let it be, man. Just go. Don't sit there and put yourself in there. So you get these anniversaries and love days and getting all this stuff while you on earth. This and that. I don't need you looking to go to glory. Don't worry about going. You getting yours on earth. Now, if your people blessing you, I think if they're going to do your anniversary and give you a love day, I think they should go find a ballroom. Go to a restaurant. Find somewhere else to go. Don't do it in the church because the church belongs to God. Hey, Bishop Brooks, how you doing, my friend? I think the church belongs to God. I think everything in the church should belong to God. Your worship should come in there. You can't worship God by giving your pastor an honorary. And most of the time you give pastor more money than you give God during your tithes and offering in the whole year. Who's first in the church now? Is it the pastor or is it God? Well, I was coming to you said, giving unto God who's the head of my life. Then to the pastor. We don't even hardly do that no more. I want to thank God for my pastor. My pastor, so. And the pastor ain't woke you up this morning. It ain't start you on your way. It was God. And Lord knows if it wasn't for Jesus and the bloodshed of Jesus, I just wonder where we'll be at today. Saturday night, 7:30, we're going to talk about the secrets of the church. Secrets that's in the church. We're going to talk about how pastors have built God a church with dirty hands and wonder why it can't grow, won't stay up. We're going to talk about quite a bit here. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about how husband and wife can be a great hindrance to one another in the church. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to get down to business. And I'm going to bring some facts about my life to the table because they don't need to me pointing at you and nobody else. I'm going to bring some facts about me and my family and my life in front of you to show you why I know this is wrong, how I know it's wrong, and the things that bring forth behind it when you do wrong in God's house. Yes, I've been there, done that. I have built God a house with dirty hands. Yes, I did do it. And I lost one church behind it because I built it that way. But the rest is still standing and the fellowship is strong because I give God all I got now. We all going to do things that's wrong and we're going to suffer for what we do. The problem is we don't never want to confess to one another our faults. We're such a perfect people. We live in lies and scandals. And a lot of us done became scalawags. But anyway, that's my time for tonight. I'm going to get off of here. Certainly I'll be back on Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. My platform for political will be Monday nights. And then on Thursday nights, we're going to have what you call 101 Power Off. And Saturday, we just going to talk about why the church and should be in the community and what the church will put in the community for. And certainly we're going to find out about the secrets in the church. Because I think we need to talk about this. The people need to know the truth. Walking into the church and understand that your leader has got you signed up to make you mentally and physically fall in love with him or her so they can control you and your household. We're going to talk about this. Tag somebody, share this clip with somebody, certainly, and let's look forward to Saturday night, 7:30. I want to see you here. If not, I understand. It's still going to go far, but we're going to have different guests on those different nights, and we're going to push forward to giving information in the community so there can be a change. And the only way a change is going to come into the community, it has to first start with the organism in the community. Organism is spiritual. That means the church needs to make an ultimate change, a 365 about face. Or is that 365 or 360? I think it's 360, but I did 365, right? Okay. All right. I'll talk with you guys soon. Listen, y'all be safe out there. Don't y'all let the enemy pluck your children. Get your children. You get your children and safety. Keep the prayer means. Put the blood over your doorpost. You the head of the house. You the leader. If you don't put it on your house yourself, men, the enemy gonna come in. How can he get the household except he bind the strong man? He has to bound you. Bounding you, that means you won't put the blood on your doorpost. You won't pray for your family. You won't do nothing. The enemy is coming straight for your household, and he's coming for you. All right, I got to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. Hope you enjoyed tonight. Very tough, but it's going to be rough Saturday night, 7:30. I want to see you there. All right, we'll talk with you then.